Welcome to the Out There channel, live stream 384.
Hiding, I'm searching, I'm loving, I'm finding love, I'm hiding, I'm searching, I'm loving, I'm finding love.
Dark side. Hopefully we got better audio.
Hiding, I'm searching, I'm loving, I'm finding.
Let's have a look. I forgot to do a few things before launch. Thought I had it all done. Hello, good to be back. Been a busy week. Well, it's been a busy month actually. I've been non-stop doing various projects. Well, I've completed some. That's a good thing. Okay, so I got my folder here, but normally I have it set up. Why can't I see it? Because of that thing. Hey, so we want to live stream. A few things to talk about today. 384 Antarctica bases, UFOs everywhere. That'll do. And plus Google and other things. Okay, got the folder now. And I better type up the welcome message. Not sure if anyone's out there yet. Welcome to the OT channel live stream 384. I'll just give you an update what's been happening. That will do for that. It's now on the site. Good stuff. How's Talking Alien? Yep, he's working. It's looking better than normal. What I've done is I've rearranged my mixer to use another input called VOIA inputs. I've got 3 of them available on my mixer. They don't seem to have the crackle occur on them from what I've seen. So it's fingers crossed on that, and we don't know until we have a problem. But I think it sounds alright. Maybe the mic's a wee bit lower in volume than it used to. I'm not too sure, but we got it on maximum anyway. The headset didn't come on its driver a booster, a dB booster, like most things have nowadays. And yeah, it looks like it's working all right there, which is good. So, what's the first topic? I got a few tabs here. You can see that the stats have been going up, although it slowed right down for some reason. BitChute just over 1200 now. Yay! But it should be close to 1300 by now, so I'm not sure what's happening there. I see some of the socials have banned it, especially Twitter. Now I can't even promote it, so that might be part of the problem. because of other people promoting their channel. They may also see my channel listed there when it's uploaded, right? So they check it out. So obviously, the more censorship, the less likely we are going to get subs. And of course, Google is part of the problem too. It's totally suppressed my channel now, and I'll just show you what they've been up to. So that'll probably be the first stage. Google has messed around with the hashes. Okay, so I just need to demonstrate that here with my account. So if I go into my last live show, I don't want it playing though. Let's see. As you can see here though, I do keep up with the chapters. So now you get the little arrow here. If you click on that, it brings up little thumbnails once it's processed, and you can click on any of those and it jumps throughout the episode where the topics change, which makes it really easy. So it turns in a 2-hour, 3-hour video into 20 or 30 10-minute episodes or 20-minute episodes, which you can watch one throughout the week, right? There's no excuse saying it's too long. And it's got numbers here like 5B, 5C, 5D, oval shape with bright light. So yeah, kind of looks funny that I've got that there and that there. But yeah, with the hashes, you can see when you add hashes to your description, makes these easy click points. Now Google will start to remove hashes, so don't display them if it's got the word UFO in there. So I'll just demonstrate that now. So if I go edit, new tab, hopefully. Just do it that way. So I can change it on the very first line, those things. Normally I would have UFO there. I'll just show you. So now you really have to check your hashes to see which ones are not being used anymore. I also can't use hash in the title because it makes that clickable then as well. In the past it didn't do that, it ignored numbers, so it doesn't do that anymore, so I have to use a minus sign now, which is another problem. Where's the hash key? 3 is it? So if I type in UFOs, and normally it only shows the first 3, right? So 1, 2, 3, and you can have up to 15 there without being punished. UFO, off-world. We might have to call them off-world vehicles now. Which isn't such a bad idea, maybe. Vehicles. It doesn't matter if it's lowercase or uppercase. Have I spelled it right? Vehicles? No. Something's not right there, is it? My spelling's terrible. It probably is correct. How do I spell it? Vehicles. It seems to come up with something. V-E-H-I-C-L. That's how I spelled it, wasn't it? So I must have got it right. Yep, okay. Now if I save that, and if I go back and reload the episode and get the update, so at the moment we've got the first 3 I used to have. And if I reload, you'll see now it's totally lost UFO and UFOs. So that means we can't have click links to UFO or UFOs anymore. So that's going to hurt everybody that's got a UFO channel. Off-world vehicles, you can see, is there. So I might just leave that there. But yeah, I just want to demonstrate that. And there's some other keywords too. So it doesn't matter if you have UFO, craft, or UFO appears anywhere in that sentence after the hash. It just won't show it. I don't know if UAP works. Let's see if I've still got it open here. So let's try. And if you got UFO in your title, so that's why I put brackets around, which probably don't work. They also punish you. So might have to call it off-world vehicles. So this is what happens with censorship. People start to modify what they do. UAPs, what else can we try? Aliens is still accepted. The reason is even though we're listed as adult channel, and they say that UFOs and aliens scare kids. Well, what if they get deducted, right, and it turns out to be real? And people would totally laugh at them, ignore them, saying it's just a dream. How about then? UAPs. What else can we try? But yeah, there'll be a few. Like I said, you got to check it all the time. What's going on with Google? Okay, let's reload this UAP sharp. Or have they banned those ones too? But of course, they're not very common search terms, are they? Okay, UAPs, and off-road vehicles. So I might have to use that in future then. Terrible what they're doing to us. Okay, so demonstrated that, so we can move on. And that's why they're not finding us anymore. You can see my admin panel reckons it's 2481, and yet it's still been like that for weeks now. 2.47. It did go up for one day to 2.48. As soon as I got another sub, it went down. So yeah, they're just messing around with our channels and breaking all the code, right, just to do their fiddles. Okay, so moving on. Okay, we got no one watching at the moment, but that's alright. It is a strange time, but still, it should be afternoon in America. I don't know why people don't like Twitch. I know they did censor certain people and put people off that they could. They don't care about free speech after all. They're more interested in their money coming in. So yeah, you got to team up with big channels now. Unless you go nowhere, and even they're struggling. So I bet Third Phase is going to notice a drop. I better bring them up, because we're going to talk about the stuff they put up recently anyway. So how's their stats looking? Is it dropping off there? I think it's pretty constant. 20,000 to 40,000, isn't it? Last couple of weeks, has it dropped off? No. See, they look after the big channels, I reckon. But I don't think they use the hashes, so they're not too bright. Let's just have a quick look. You can see they're not using the hashes because they don't know about the tricks, right? How many years they've been doing it? They didn't have to optimize it for search engines and traffic. Anyway, we'll come back to those. Yeah, on to the next bit. So, yes, Alien Addict still has his useless talking heads on there. Means nothing to ufology, of course, what their opinions are. And what we're after is truth and facts, not what someone thinks, like Space Force, like all the cobblers that the big channels push. Just checking out the audio as we go. Looks like it's constant. So yeah, I was just reading through the comments here, and I was told by my cousin they were attacking him, called fake news. You can see here, seek help. This guy is just crazy. But anyway, we'll just go down here. Pizza the Hut. GUFON is fake. He's like the Joker. He doesn't even believe in UFOs. Rich doesn't even like you, dude. Why you interview him? This is no friend. He's a foe. Not a UFO, but a foe. Bingo! Bro, finally, maybe AA is fake too. And then you got people defending him. This Tim guy, complete airhead. GUFON is not fake, and I'm not going to entertain your ideas. He may be the closest you are going to get to getting enough info and tech knowledge. That couldn't be completely the opposite of truth. There's so much lies there. He hasn't got no technical knowledge. He hasn't even got qualifications to even prove that. He's got a couple of papers in psychology. He hasn't actually got a degree in it. He dropped off and started doing his own car window cleaning business or whatever it was, and post boxes. To finally bring this tech out in public. Sorry, he's not trying to keep you entertained. Oh, yes, he is, because he lists his site as entertainment. So these people just don't check backgrounds of people. He was pushing for a long time that he's entertainment, and it's up to you to make up your own minds. Bullshit, that to me is not a real ufologist. Ufologists don't leave it to make up to your mind. They follow the facts and then they narrow it down and say, well, it's none of these. Blang, this, and this swamp gas. So it can only be unknown technology. Could be military, it could be aliens. It's always ones that you break it down to. Until we can rule out the government coming clean on the alien side of things, we can't rule out them doing, some of them being black ops craft or whatever. I still think the triangles are our technology though, where they've retrofitted some crashed alien engines into these triangles. That's what I believe anyway. Tim, he's fake. See the fake orb he did with the laser on his voice recorder. He played dumb, bro. He works with frauds. Again, you need to watch OT channel debunks on him. Who he smear with slander, by the way, bro. And then you got this other guy chipping in here. Hi, Paul. We'll be sure to check out OT channel, bro. And then fake news says Paul's cousin, like NN is to Tyler. So this guy still doesn't get it's not me. Perf, marry me, Paul. So that's kind of a weird comment there, isn't it? I'll give you a boot up the arse, mate, if it was me. Pro, seek help. Very true, cousins. Okay. Yeah, right. I'll be sure to do that. You didn't just embarrass yourself now, Paul. See, this guy just doesn't get it. We all know you are, mate. Obviously they don't, because if we keep on reading, all you are is an idiot, bro. Good one, mate. Sorry, but wake up. Unless you're one of the team on the money train too. Paul just hit 1200 on BitChute. Yay. Yeah, it just goes on a bit there. Okay, as long as you're doing just fine, then I'm proud of you, Paul. What did he say up here? That everybody left me? Yeah, I listened to the same cobblers, right? That's why all your closest supporters left you. You're an okay debunker, but you're not a player. A basis UFO researcher with prejudiced. They can talk. They're a bunch of bigots. Big bigots. Me, I just follow the facts. Blinkers on and drama queen. Certainly not drama queen. I respond to drama and out the frauds that are trying to tell lies about me and slander me, like this guy's trying to do now. Okay, so ergo I up your bum. All you are is idiot, bro. Tim, then you didn't watch Paul's channel. Okay, what was that one? I just missed one. I looked at nearly 40 of your comments you make to other people, and it's clear you have lost your objective opinion. So he's saying fake news has lost his opinion. I don't know what they mean there. He's answered them from what I can see properly. And then, Tim, you didn't watch Paul's channel, bro. Again, you idiots are caught out proving you skim cherry pick and listen to each other's instead of just watching a 2-hour show. Paul is a truther with his own experience, even an alien visit. Go and listen to his story, easy to find on his homepage. He also has some real footage of alien side UFO. It all was because he associates with real investigators and contactees, which proves men in black are listening. We know that. We've had lots of problems. Who cares what you think, bro? It's clearly wrong and biased because you claim this and that. What did I miss that one? Oh no, it looks like he appended. You got to find someone else to talk to because I don't want my name associated with your channel. What a dorkhead. Must see audio. Who the hell's that? Maybe you're fake. Well, obviously I'm not, because I've shown my qualifications and documentation. Let's see Bob Lazar do the same. He's fake and everybody believes him. Welcome to the block list, bro. Yep, I think you have to block all those idiots. I probably should do the same, eh? So he said something here though, unless it's got deleted. Here he goes. This is a comment I wanted to point out. I don't watch channels that are dedicated 100% to debunking. Bingo, straight away we've caught him. He's never watched my channel. Because at least half of my videos, 300, are nothing to do with debunking at all. To do with UFO cases and UFO videos, right? I guess you can't cover the UFO topics, so you dedicate yourself to trying to debunk everybody. So that just proves he hasn't seen any of those episodes that we did with Rob. He must be at least 100 odd there. Debunking is the first job you have to do, and with so much material to go through, there's definitely things that go by that are to, well, maybe to debunk. Make your money and get your subscribers any way you know how, and I won't hold it against you. It's never about the money. It's never been about the money or about people watching. Else I wouldn't be doing this show right now, because I've probably got no one watching. No one watching, unless the stats are down, which I wouldn't be surprised. I don't trust the Twitch stats at all. So yeah, they're just proving themselves that they know nothing about Paul's channel, right? Or my channel, I should say. It's just sad to see. These people, if they just bother watching my stuff, they'll probably really enjoy it. And that's the whole problem, is you got slander and lies from GUFON that are convincing these people that what he's saying is true, because he said so up there. He said that his knowledge is technical and truth, which it isn't, which is nonsense. So that just really annoys me. These people are idiots. And of course I did this one here, which was my final paint job on the TR3B model. And of course I got slammed with 5 downvotes here, but on BitChute it got 14. These people are so gullible that they protect the GUFON and Third Phase of the Moon people. Regardless, it's like leading a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right? But yeah, at least it got 16 likes on the YouTube one, which is quite different to all the downvotes I got on BitChute. I suspect someone's got a 10 accounts or 20 accounts there and just downvoting everything anyway. So we got this Murdoch mentality, well, mental I should say. Your content is lame. And he said a lot more, but his comments get ghosted. My content is real because I expose the people you love on this video. Don't mean I'm not skilled. I have degrees and I'm in the correct field of expertise, right? CAD/CAM, computer science and scientist. Perhaps watch a live debunk stream, not a comedy, since you have no humour. In fact, I doubt you watched it, and here to troll for Blake and GUFON, right? Do you think they could have figured out permanent magnets to hover a real toy? Build a model from scratch. If they had the idea, well, I can. That's because I know. Oh, what happened there? I know tools, I know electronics, I know how to solder, I know CAD/CAM, I know how to code. I wrote the Talking Alien. I know computer graphics and analysis. I know how to think outside the box. I know how to play instruments. I know how to write music. I know how to write lyrics. I know how to paint and draw. I know how to cook. And I probably could keep expanding that list. Kiwis put Americans to shame. They'll probably be lucky to change a tire over there. They normally just call AAA, whatever it's called. Plus, I had a real experience in paranormal and alien visit. A truther who debunks and is honest. That's why you should follow me. So there you go. So enough on that. But it had to be said. And of course, Google censored Mick West's last live show, which was on QAnon nonsense. Pretty boring stuff, really. Serves him right to get censored, but he had appealed it, and finally they released it. But he's put out this other one here. So we just have a watch of it and read the comment.
William, William, ven, ven, ven. William.
That was on a fishing line with a fishing pole, wasn't it? You can see as he turned. See, there you go. As he turned, he lifted it up. Good one. And of course, you can't. We know even on HD, you're not going to see fishing lines. That's a classic Billy Meyer there. And what's Mick West had to say? I'm constantly amazed that people consider videos like this to be evidence of exotic flying craft and not hubcaps dangling from strings. Well, I just said fishing line. And guess who it is? Jeremy Corbell. 2007 Costa Rica UFO 35-year-old carpenter. Yeah, right. He was after a quick buck from a New Zealand, probably selling it to a newspaper channel, because they pay like $300, don't they? Recorded a UFO on a Racer phone. It was about the size of a tractor. Yeah, like it's flipping around on a string, right? 50 meters away, the UFO made a 90% turn and stood upright. If legit, excellent capture. Of course it's not legit. Come on, Corbell. Okay, so what did other people say? Yep, that was my thoughts exactly. The contents mattered. And what's this one? So that's him there, is it? So let's have a quick look at that one.
Tarbaca is near San Jose, the capital of Costa Rica. Just before 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Marvin Badia, a young carpenter, was working when he heard a strange buzzing that distracted him from his work.
Oh, I didn't hear any buzzing. I heard electric drill.
Hence amazement, the young man saw that the source of the noise was about 100 meters away from him.
Yo estaba lijando aquí de esta madera, acá afuera.
Yeah, liar. Yeah, just a fraud, just like many others online. So that's the full episode, is it? What's that symbol there? UFO TV, is it? Anyway, it should be fair use. You never know. Twitter's idiots. I mean, Google's idiots, as I was just showing. People that tell the story make it believable. Not people believe there's a massive voter fraud and try to overthrow the government. Well, there was. Idiots. Okay. Nothing makes me more angry. There's actually real proof of that. Just got covered up, that's all, by the corrupt government that is called America. Anyway, close that down. So, on to third phase nonsense. So we got that one, that one, that one, that one, and we got GUFON. So we'll just cover those now. Hey, we got one watching, how about that? Welcome. So, next thing is the latest video. Was it? I suppose we might as well do that one first. Antarctica.
Absolutely bizarre in time, but right now in 2006, we're looking at what was revealed to the satellite imagery that we're looking at. approximately 60 monoliths
Sounds
has
alright.
been discovered. What the heck are they doing out there? This is absolutely
Hello.
bizarre, incredible. It makes you wonder what the heck is going on over there. But as we're getting a closer look at these huge black monoliths, it's hard to imagine what their purpose is.
Ooh,
what's going on here? This is very, very bizarre. We got Brent with us. We're going to be breaking it down. But as I get a closer look,
so we've looked at this sort of stuff before. As we know that they do keep a certain size gap between the buildings and Antarctica bases, human bases, and the bases are all over the map down there from different countries. So what are we looking at here? Buildings or shadows or what? And it's a bit hard to tell because you can see how blurry it is, because it's from outer space, is it? And they can only get down to a certain level unless they fly a plane overhead to map it. They have like a plane that flies around above the cities, mapping 1,000 feet, doesn't it? On small planes. They probably can't do it down in these extreme environments, right? So what if this is a shadow, which is what is actually the building? Well, it's a bit hard to tell there, but I suspect if we look on the actual map itself, we'll be able to determine which direction the shadows are. But I suspect the buildings here and the other half of it is the shadow, and those ones that look like little white holes is like a gap, like it's sort of got some sort of solar panels maybe on the top. That's sort of creating these sort of white things on the shadow. That's what I suspect it is. They might have like building materials there, each of them with a solar power on top of the containers. Or there might be self-contained units, right, where they live in, and they might be building a bigger complex, or they might be wanting to study down that location there, the humans, that is, from the bases, and they might, looks like these got dragged into place and the snow built up because the wind blows that way towards the sea. So yeah, let's just bring it up on Google Earth. Now, Doc Skinner did actually get close to debunking it all, but he still added in some fake news. Is that coming up? Normally comes up pretty quick. But of course, we've got string going. Okay, I already got it pinned. Okay, that was our last location we looked at with the 4 tanks. But we want to go to down the bottom here, 16 monoliths. There we go. Going to the other side, and here they are on a different day. Let's have a view of history, and that was last scanned not long ago. March. Kind of looks like a blue colour, doesn't it? And if we zoom down, Can we tell what a shadow's? That's interesting. The shadows go in the opposite direction now. See that? And the sun's in a different location. And they look different. They don't tell you that, do they? Right? They don't look so big now. And looks like even the wind direction has changed, because the snow buildup is now going the opposite direction. See that? Looks like they haven't been positioned, rechanged. But there you go. This proves that most of this is shadow. And there's the actual thing cast in the shadow, which looks like a car container. Right? Easy to debunk it, right? So if we go back... how come it didn't change though? Looks like it's been there for a while, so this must be like living areas. Well, it could be like containers with research information in it, and the solar things on top. Let's have a look at these ones up here again. These ones look slightly different, don't they? It's a bit hard to see it. Definitely going the opposite direction in the wind. And they're not there in 2004. Are they there previously? Not there. So they don't show up to 2006, which means they're containers on sleds that were probably pulled out the back of C-130 Hercules, or those big, huge Russian transport planes, which is bigger. I can't remember what they're called. Galaxies or star, whatever they're called. So, and of course they're gone. Went to 21. So this makes no sense. I thought it said 21 there, 3rd of 21. I think that's an error in the software. So it looks like the last time it got updated was the 1st of 2012, and they're gone. So they didn't show up to 2006, and they vanished 6 years later. So they've been there for a while. So they must have been there with instruments and living facility and food supplies. So you probably need quite a fair bit of supplies down there. So I suppose one container could house 2 people. So yeah, 2006. And if you scroll back out here, oddly enough, it's not too far away from the rectangle iceberg, which was another one they brought up. Being there, it was there, some sort of secret base or underground base. I think Mr. MBB, I think we brought that one up. But that's that famous square ice cube in the sea. So it's not too far away from that. But is it near other bases? Now you could probably scroll the map and look around. Looks like there's something down here. Looks like mountain peaks, something there. You can see there's missing data. So what I did is, instead of scrolling around there and looking, I thought it'd be quicker just to bring up all the bases. 60 monoliths. So I brought up the searched online for a decent map which shows all the base names, and here's one here. Looks like in the early days they used to carve it up ownership, which obviously doesn't hold wash anymore. British claim, Norwegian claim, Australian claim, New Zealand claim. Where's the American claim? They were too slow to the party. But you can see here that these bases are owned all over the place by different countries. We got India, we got UK, Africa, Germany, all in the same location here. We got Japan, Russia going down this side, Australia. So you can see there's a lot of bases, and guess where they all are? They're on the coastline. Right, all on the coastline. Why? Well, you can get ships there, you can get supplies there. Right, all on the coastline down here. New Zealand, Scott base, Murdo base, American, Italy down there, France, Australia again, Australia, Russia, Australian like it down there. They like the cold because they come from the heat. So yes, so I took that map and I took a screen snapshot from Google Earth. There it is there. So we can see that bit coming out here. We're looking at all the bases going around before. The yellow line, I'm not too sure what that was for. Some sort of road system maybe. Can't remember. But you can see, and if it's a road system, that it goes all around the outside down to there, goes down to something in the middle here. So it's all on the outside. So unless that's the true land mass and the rest of it's ice, which is possible, which I'll go over in a minute. And there's our square cube in the sea, because we know the ice forms sharp edges, right? So because of the crystals, water is like a magic element. And there's our 60 monoliths. So all I had to do is overlay it. Yeah, third phase, location of 60 monoliths. So then I overlaid the map here, as you can see underneath, and overlaid one from Google Earth, and there's the pins, and now we can get a rough location of where the road system goes to and the base names, and obviously it's nearest to Neumayer, Germany base. That one here is a fair distance away. They're there. So straight down this way, we should be able to find them on the map, I'd say. So that's how you do it. And of course, I just searched some pictures of what they have there. And they have this crazy building on high stilts. And I suppose it even floats, maybe. And they have this high ramp as well. And of course they have these containers on sleds. So hey, That looks very familiar to 60 monoliths here, and they got these things on top. Obviously, they're not the exact ones. They were all the same colour. I would have thought maybe something like the green ones. They look black from the satellite, right? They wouldn't be white ones. But you can see they all got sort of different things on top. So that's what all these are. These things on sleds, which are habitats and storage for food and electronic measuring stuff. And so it's easy solved, right? No mystery there, no Nazi base. Well, even though it is Germany. But it's in plain view, and certainly you can find lots online. So I spent an hour doing that last night, so I didn't have to do it today. So we've looked on the map here, and we know the base has got to be down here. Now, you can see that line coming up there. I think that's going to be the real landmass there. And the rest of it's going to be ice. And we can probably have a look on Google Maps. Got it here. And what's interesting is they got this view here off the coastline, which looks very jungly, right? So I'm not too sure what that's about. Whether that's the wrong picture. But if we go to, might be a bug. If you go to the map here, there we go, and change it back to normal map. As we see, the squiggly bits out here. And if we go out here, that's way out to sea there. And this is the land mass according to Google. If we go to satellite view, we can see what looks like the landmass that was coming around here. This is actually on a ice sheet. So this is all next to the sea, right? And looks to me like maybe they unloaded a cargo ship, icebuster ship, onto the edge here, ready to transport it somewhere else. Or maybe they just camped there. Maybe they were studying that location instead of going back to the base all the time. Okay, so we know the base has got to be in this direction here. Whether we can see it from that far, I don't know. Might just zoom right down. Have we got the wrong direction? Hang on. Which direction have we got? No, we knew it was down here somewhere. There, maybe? Seems to be missing data here. Looks like it was overcast that day. What have we got here? Got to remember it's a lot of volcanic, old volcanic and active volcanic activity down there. So there's going to be lava tubes. What have we got here? Mountain Peak. And we've got another cloud. That's got in the way when they were scanning that particular day. Yes, if we find the base, we better bookmark it.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Victor Condor. And we got 2 viewers. Thanks for joining us and support. So yeah, so this is how I investigate stuff, right? Use the tools and use common sense. If I can find that base. Maybe they move it around even, because it's on sleds, right? So maybe they move it to the original location, because it's called Station 3, right? So if you do a search on it. But we're looking on map there, not the Google Earth at the moment. Might be easier to look on there. So if you type in new Maya Station, which is named after some German explorer, you'll see it's called 3 now. So did they relocate it, or have they really got 3 stations down there? There's 3, 3, 3. Not seeing any 2s, so I reckon they must just upgraded it. And of course we've got the pictures coming up there. It's pretty cool though. And you can see here, it'll give us the map location. Probably be easier if it had GPS coordinates. So we can just plug it straight in. Okay, looks like it may have changed locations slightly then. But then again, remember we got the ice sheet that melts and changes. Looks like it's right on the coastline there, so it can't be too far away from those containers. So I think they must have relocated it. Station 2, unless it's Station 2 that's further in. Let's have a look. Station 2. Could that be what we're looking at? Was all those containers is called Station 2. Certainly got a lot of antennas on top. Looks like it's close next to it, so it could be those. Okay, what else we got? We got a Station 1. So it must be Station 2 as part of the base system. We got 1. Nope. Can't see 1 listed. So it's Station 2, but where's this one? This is Station 3. Can't see GPS coordinates. Does they expand? Let's have a look. GPS. Nope. Must be here, surely. More details. Okay, so looks like it's further along on the coastline anyway. Just can't see cut and paste coordinates for it. Unless I missed it. What have we got here? Description. Little bits off the map. Looks like it might be here then, but I don't know. Looks like it's more like a chunk of land. Want the station location. Looks like Station 1 is down there, is it? Or Station 1's there, I'm not too sure. Looks like they've got 2 other locations there. Anyway, let's see if we can manually find it. So instead of it being down here somewhere, it looks like it was closer next door. It's changed colour. Big crack in this. You can see it's on an ice sheet. Look, you can see how it's cracked away, right? And little bits have floated off. So that makes me wonder if they're drilling down through the ice to actually monitor what's underneath the sea there on the coast. That would make sense, and that's why they would have posts into the ice, right? To put various instruments down the pipes and just monitor stuff. Maybe they're just like buildings with sensors and some people living there. Okay, we still haven't found the other base, so whereabouts is it hiding? It's not going to be on the ice sheet, it's going to be on the rocky parts. You'd think it'd be easy to find because it's in the same location. You can see how it's broken away here. You can see here too. And of course the rocks obviously got to be on land. So you'd think the base would be down here somewhere. That's definitely mountain peaks. I don't know if we can find the location. Let's search. GPS. Probably should just give up on it. Probably something so close to it. Maybe it's on the other side now. New Maya 3. Here we go. GPS coordinates. Okay, it's different page that we're looking at here. Right, so where's that on the map? It's right on the coast. Looks like it's really close to their containers, right? Those containers look like here. This is right around. Here we go. So we can plug that in now, and we'll add it to our Google Earth. So we got longitude and latitude. And 70, right? It's almost in the same location. Must be right next door to it. Must have been so close. Let's see how it comes up on the map. Search. Why doesn't it like it? Couldn't understand. Maybe because they've got spaces in between. Which is kind of stupid. Do you think they'd have it so it works with cut and paste? No. Okay, what have I done wrong? We know it's here on this coastline somewhere. Negative, longitude, latitude. It should work. DD coordinates, so we'll just try this other one. One's got to work. Search. Okay, it seems to like that. So it's going to be pretty close. Here we go. Okay. Can't see anything there, but that's where they reckon. Let's create a placeholder. Because we're going to use this a lot probably. The fraud channels keep bringing up. Station 3. Oh yeah. Okay, they had a negative. That's what it didn't like. See here, it has got a negative in front of the 8, so it changed it. It's today. Can we see any buildings? It's doing something crazy here. Why is it not zooming in? Something has happened. Seems to be doing stuff that doesn't make any sense. Alright, now it's working. Okay, so we got any buildings here? Oh, there we go, we found it. So the coordinates have changed, so do they keep moving it around? So here you go, you can see these have got independent sensor buildings, storage buildings. Could be rocks, of course, but I think it might be buildings. Bit hard to tell. How do we get out of that? Normally criss across, isn't it? There we go. Right, there we go. That's definitely it. What have they done around the outside here? Looks like they've got a concrete road there now. So now we can pan out and we can see how close to these coordinates they are. And looks like that's changed. It's close, but it's a wee bit out. And what have we got over here? A lot of missing data box, but okay, so how close to the other site is it? Not too far away, right? So I just missed it. I was going this direction before. I was going straight down here and over here, and here it is, not too far away. So obviously it's related to the same base. I think that one's not nice and truly solved now. Okay. That's 3, that's 2, and they've probably got one over here that's 1 that we saw on the other map. But I have to confirm that. Where'd that go? They had one around here somewhere according to the other map. So they got one there, one there, one there. Why is that even on a UFO channel? God knows. Are they saying it's like a Nazi base there? It's this cobbler's what people are looking for. Anyway. Truly solved. I don't know if it'll work, but I'll post the coordinates to it. And I took what should we call it? New 2, I'll call it. New 2. That's what I think it is. And it is like a base that's portable. And it looks like it's on the ice sheet there. So obviously if it melts, they have to change it, move them. That might be why it changed with the wind direction even. They may have cleaned up around it. But anyway, we're done with that one now. And that's the map I made here. So I said that station 2 further down. It's not quite in the right place again. I suppose, yeah, it's not too far off. Looks like they can move it around a bit. Should be down here now, that direction. That's close, but it's approximation on the map too. And the ice sheet obviously changes. But yeah, I'll give you a link to my map for those who want to check it out themselves. My map overlay. Of course, the map's probably only going to be approximation too. So yeah, you'd expect it to be a wee bit out, but it's pretty close. So yeah, what did they talk about this crap here? So we know the buildings here and the shadows are going this direction, this way, and
Definitely reveals.
And then later it changes that the wind direction changes to this way because the snow builds up in a different pattern.
Like we're looking at some kind of monolith shape objects, approximately 60 of them in a row of 3.
Cargo containers
We're
and
looking
sleds.
at this. You can see that there is wind trails behind it. These things have been standing there for a little while, but as we're getting a little closer, you see that there's some kind of tracks, movement around these structures. It seems that there's been some recent activity around there. Well, in 2006, but as I bring it back to 2004, look at this.
We didn't see any in 2004.
Look at this. We're going back in time, and this
Unless
is
the
very
online
bizarre.
one
No
has
indication
it.
whatsoever of
Online. They might be using online Google Earth, maybe.
these monoliths. In 1999, then I bring it up to 2004. Nothing.
See. Yeah,
We
there's
may
nothing at
see some
2000.
kind of indication of something there, but
Hang
there
on.
it is.
Didn't he just say 2004 here? This is actually 2006, he means. He's messed up.
2004, it's revealed. Then I go to 2012.
Hang on, he's saying 2000 revealed, but it can't be. Because he said there was nothing there, and now he's saying it is.
In there, but there it is. 2004, it's revealed.
Okay, he hasn't got. I can't quite see it. Has it got a month name? Oh, it does say 2004 there. Maybe there was a light a couple of months later. So there must be there in middle of 2004, is it? Hang on, is that 2004? Yeah, it is 2004. I must have missed it then. And then 2006 to 2012.
Revealed. Then I go to 2012, the last imagery that was taken in Google Earth, and it's not there whatsoever. Either it's
Yeah, but it was there. It was there in 2012, I think. I'd have to go back and check. Obviously, third month of 2012, it was there. Anyway, they only go down there in summer, so yeah, I think various guys talk about it. Was it him?
like there's something bizarre going on over there.
I think he talks about it later, does he? Or is it tomorrow? No, he talks about it here. But yeah, obviously we've covered this one before. It wasn't a tic-tac at all. You can see it's got a plane, it's tapering off here. You can see where the tail fin goes. You can see the wing underneath even. I think it was a small Learjet again. If I remember right, that Utah UFO. And this one here, if you zoom out and see the whole space station
around the,
you can see that it's a reflection of a antenna, but like this one here. So it's actually a post, and you can see it fade away as the sun changes angle on the thing that's reflecting. And it bounces back light on a outside camera
Earth,
on the station.
you know, onto the.
We've covered that one before too. It's a false image. Again, that's not the best view of it. I think there's some more stuff further back out. We did actually find what it was reflecting off. But you can see the sun's hitting there, and it's certainly hitting up the top here. I think it might be on the other side of that thing. There's the sun on the other side. I think they've cut it off here on the image. It's reflecting back this way at the camera. Obviously this camera is where we're looking from. It could be over here too. I can't remember exactly.
And a reflection from what?
It's a reflection of the piece of the ship.
Like this and close. Can anybody
And I want to start off with space. So tonight, but bringing you
the objects flying
building, looking at you is getting a reflect on. And I'm kind of glad I did because
yeah, so you must have debunked it in a later video. Let's see. Or was it on the other channel? It doesn't really matter. But he did try to explain these monoliths, and he saw the shadows and stuff. So he got it almost correct. But he didn't realise it was on a ice sheet, which you can only see on Google Maps, where you just bring up the map of the landmass, and you can see that it's out there in the sea over top of a sheet of ice. Yeah, I think he must have done a separate video on Third Phase, which is their second channel. So we might sort of carry on with the next bit then, which is these ones. Okay.
buckle up.
Buckle up. Why would you want to buckle up if you're in your house watching this? Where'd they get this thing from? Buckle up. Where did that come from? Okay, so this is the interesting one here. Although we've got no date time, the usual stuff that we expect to analyze videos. Looks like it's on a slope, on a hillside. Ooh, what could it be? Can't keep it still. Lean against the post, mate, and put your arm there. And he's filming it in portrait, which is stupid. You want to zoom in an object landscape, that way you get more pixels on there and more detail.
All right, we're looking at this video again. We're going to get a close.
Okay, so also, as we know, if you took a photograph, it's 4 times the quality, right? Cameras only go up to 1080p, and if you've got one of the latest ones, it might do 8K. And then the photos will do something like 120 megapixels if you got something like that. Which means the photograph is still going to be 10 times better quality, right? So always take it with a photo as well, because then we can actually see things that we can't see in the video.
Closer look. I'm adding some brightness, contrast, a little of hue just to make the color pop. We're looking at this craft, and it is absolutely stunning to witness this in broad daylight. We could hear from the eyewitness over there in South America, Mexico.
So what do you think it is?
No idea what was going
UFO
on.
or man-made?
Really lucky to capture this once in a lifetime moment. This
You can
craft,
see it's
in my
pretty
opinion,
far away from it.
is very bright. Look at these lights. For it to have this kind of illumination.
Yeah, you can see when he started filming it was about there, so it's slowly moving this way, like it's drifted with air currents,
In
right?
broad daylight, whatever these lights are, they're powerful in their display. It's incredible the size and manner of this craft.
Okay, so it's not lights, is it? Which
If that's what it is. Some people might speculate that these are just simply flares, but as we're looking at the video a little
No, it's not flares.
closer, we
cloud.
don't see any kind of descent from these lights. They remain perfectly stationary over the city. The person has some time
My
trying
nose is
to
blocking up.
get his bearings and get a good shot of
Terrible.
this thing, but as we're looking at this video again, it's incredible to imagine what kind of things are going on over Mexico. An incredible display. Brent, I want to get your thoughts here.
Yeah, Blake, I'm going to definitely rule out drones or flares. This thing remains static. It's just floating above the city over
So
there.
we just want to see when they actually do some video analysis on it. Or do they actually do any? Where'd they zoom in?
Some sort of secret.
Look at this.
Oh, there you go, for a few seconds.
For a second there, it looked almost like the Superman symbol. That's
Yeah, we
so
get to see what it
strange.
really
Incredible
is.
stuff. Now, speaking of Mexico,
Yeah, so what are we looking at there? Kind of looks like a balloon shape, doesn't it? Looks like it's got little pockets, and it's got 2 different colours going on there, maybe 3 different colours. We got orange and yellow. The yellow one's shining through. It looks like it's got an opening down further down. We can't see the basket though, but these baskets can be pretty small underneath. And why would it be lighting up? It's because they got flames that eject hot air into it. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's no filter, so didn't apply much to it, did they? But I did. Okay, it's this one here. So I looked up Mexican balloon tours. They got one that goes over Mexico, as you can see here, inflated Mexico high res hot air balloon. Here's one that's got similar colour pattern to what's in the picture here. A band of yellow and orange. Although I think the top part of it probably won't be red there. But it could be, we just ain't seen it in the photograph. It does look like it has a bit of a reddy tinge to it there, doesn't it? But that's what we're looking at there. And if we run it through filters here, you can see definitely there's a blue bit at the very end. And it does look like it comes down to some sort of opening there. And a blue bit at the end here. So that means the basket's going to be really, really small on that. Okay. You can see the car there is just hiding the basket behind it. And you can see a man standing there. So, yeah. It looks like it's in that fuzzy bit there where the photograph isn't good enough. Down there. And now we can see more of the curvature of the balloon here. And of course some of that's artifact, of course, atmospherics, because it's hazy. And it's reflecting some of the light from the flame that's being ejected. But yeah, definitely a balloon. And it's drifting with the air currents. And if we knew the date and time, maybe we can find a event thing. Now I don't know if anyone on the video has said it's a balloon. Maybe I'm the first one. But Mexico balloon UAP is all hot air. Again, anything for clicks and views equals money for these guys. So on to the next one.
Jaime Maussan over there wanted us to share this video. Watch.
Okay, this is a pretty cool video. At the moment, Canada has some fireballs happening and meteorite showers, and so you expect some to explode in the upper atmosphere, and here's one of them. And you can see it's coming in, it's giving off the earth.
Boom.
Boom.
An incredible display and an opening. Electromagnetic pulse that just happened over the atmosphere over Canada. Let's watch.
And that was just like a normal fireball that sort of got heated up with the atmosphere flaming off the edge of it, and then just sort of busted apart. I think they got certain gases in it that ignite as well. Hydrogen, is it? Why does a fireball explode? Any of these any good? Was it not working? I probably should put meteorite in or something. There we go. Explosion, that was 2019. I'll put meteorite there. Well, it's a meteor, and when it lands to the ground, it then becomes a ite, a meteorite. Apparently that's how they word it, right? First, what causes the fireball and how often do they occur? Fireballs are really just big meteors, right? Meteors. The result of meteoroids falling into Earth's atmosphere and burning up. They heat up and eventually break up into about 500 fragments. Why do meteorites explode? Pores and cracks. Huge pressure air in front into the pores and rocks, pushing the body of the meteor apart. And let's see if they got gases in. Yes. suppose they don't really know. If it explodes, you got no way to really test it, have you? A meteoroid is continuous vaporized and stripped away due to high-speed collision of air molecules. But yeah, I suppose they probably don't know if it's got gas, and unless they got some sort of spectro-analysis at it at the time it explodes. Meteoroid, rocky or metallic body. Well, as you know, fireworks, they have metal filings in to create different colours. So, what the makeup of the rock is, you can tell by the colour that it creates as it's passing through the atmosphere, right? Fireballs and glow. So that's talking about passing the sun. Let's have a quick look. Fireballs are very bright meteorites. Meteors. That's a stupid name, isn't it? Meteors. Comets. These gases are pushed away from the comet and glow in the sun. We're seeing that. So what gases are in it then? Gases from the surface of the comet, but what gases? I suppose they don't really know. I suppose that's why they want to capture one and put it in Earth's orbit so they can mine it and see how it's made up, right? Anyway, didn't really find the answer we're after there, but basically it heats up and breaks apart. But if it's got like it's got a solid ice core, right, that's water, if it's going to heat up through the pores, it's going to create gas, and as you know, gas explosion is pretty much like that. It blows it all apart. Let's see, gas, steam explosion. As you know, steam trains used to steam explosion. I don't know if there's any pictures of ones. Violent boiling. So if you've got ice in the middle or ice all around it, and it's making it boil, and it can't escape the gas, it's going to explode, right? Steam explosion, there you go. What was that from though? There's one there. Steam pipe explosion, there you go. Whereabouts is that? New York or somewhere? Yeah, New York. Whoa. There we go. Looks like it's cooked the cars anyway. So it explodes and then they got leaking gas after it, I mean. Anyway, I think that explains probably what's happening there, even though I didn't find it in the searches. We do know that they do have ice in them. Ice inside the meteor. Let's see if it comes up in that. Fossil ice found in meteorite. There you go. So that could explain it, right? Water ice on asteroids. Meteorite impact in Antarctica. Anyway, so it's true. Okay,
Watch this again. Boom. And the shockwave.
Yeah, you'd think it might be a Chinese rocket exploding, I suppose. But at the moment, if you type in, I think, actually I have anyway, save us looking, that one there. There's been news reports over Canada, February the 22nd, more than 500 reports from 3 Canadian provinces and Montana, USA. Morning fireball event. Did it make any boom sound? No one's actually saying that it made big sound at all. We're seeing the Russian one come down, make a boom sound. It blew out the windows, didn't it, of many buildings. So yeah, I think that one's solved. That it definitely was a space object. Canada fireball. So we can get rid of that one. And just got a couple more left to do. Okay, next one. We got a high mast light here, which is yellow. And we got something in the distance there. It doesn't look much higher. Could it be a crane? A crane doing on a construction site. Let's keep on going. Definitely not UFO, so it's on a UFO channel, but still. So does it look like it's a pyramid shaped building there with a light on the top? Or what's going on there? Filmed the wrong way again.
Right, we're gonna get a little closer look on this.
Okay, you can see here, it looks like a square, bright light that you get for LED, right? And it can't see the triangle bit at this stage here, but it definitely looks like some blackness leading up to it there from the ground. So it looks like something on a pole. And the only thing I know that's on a pole that sort of like has roundness, square shape to it. If you zoom in, looks like a series of football stadium lights, doesn't it? But it could be a crane. And what we're seeing there is actually the arm going the opposite direction. We'd have to see some daytime snaps of the same location. That's how you solve this one. MUFON investigator would go there, see if there's anything there, work out, it's obviously beyond the trees there. Obviously it's not a blimp with a side thing. Definitely looks like it's connected to the ground. Definitely not UFO.
It's interesting to note. It almost looks like you can see a dark shadow underneath the light. It almost represents, I don't know. It's very bizarre. You can almost see
No, it's
arms
not.
on this thing, a huge
Arms.
torso, and then the strange eyes, the lights. I don't know.
It's a
I'm just seeing something
Mars
that is very
invader
bizarre. I'm looking at this.
on
The
3
person
legs.
that sent it to us, I hope I'm not butchering his name, but I think it's Mert. And he captured this in Istanbul. And again, I'm trying to get a close look. It almost seems that you see some kinds of appendages coming from the left or right, almost like on.
Yeah, so again, could that be... Yeah, it kind of looks like a building, doesn't it? Going up to a bunch of lights here. That could be a cable coming down this way. I bet it turns out to be a location. Istanbul, Turkey. Do we know the street address? No. If we look in the comments, we got nothing. No information there. I reckon it'll probably be a TV antenna with a bunch of lights at the top. Yeah, and it's probably just a cable coming down on the side here for support, probably. Shame we don't know the location. Not sure we could find anything on the map, but we could have a quick look. That's how you investigate, right? That looks to me like a high mast light, or a crane, or LEDs at the very top of a building there. Maybe a TV transmitter. Istanbul, Turkey. Here we go. There's a bit of strip of land there. So, looks like it's pretty built up. Got a temple. Lots of temples. So where would he be? It's got a main it was on a main highway of some sort. What's this thing here? Tower. So maybe it's that. Oh, I've lost it. That sort of looked like that shape. It's got UFO. A UFO thing there, is it? What's that? Well, looks like a UFO. Okay. Looks like it might be a university. High school. Now, there's the tower. I wonder if they put some LED lights at the very top of it. People living there would know. Yeah, at least we got a street address. There's no way we can really solve it. Let's see. We know there was a bunch of hills there. So it can't be there. Can't even see the church from there. There's a high mast light there on a car park. Kind of looks like the square shape that we're looking at. Looks too low down though. Aha, there's a load of cranes. Look, and we got the angle there. So, what are we looking at here? Sort of has that bit in the middle here. There's a bit in the middle there. Is there any trees around? Oh, there is. There's the trees. And they're quite high up. And it's got the angle there. So those might be lights reflecting. We can't see the other side of that thing there. So that's a crane. There's a bigger crane. And one of it is the cranes. We won't know unless we've got the street address. Do you have any trees here? Anyway, it's quite interesting to look at different places around the world. So we're looking at from over here, where the port is. Let's see, is there trees around here? Row of trees there. Certainly a row of trees around the harbour. That's big. There's a highway with quite a few trees there. I wonder if there's anything high there. One of those orange street lights that we saw. But that doesn't look like the right location. But you can see they've got some high street lamps here. What's that one? If we can find a TV studio, that might be a clue. Okay. 2 light system here. I think we were looking at cranes actually, because they'll be higher than the buildings, and it had that triangle shape. There's no one of those spire things they have. Looks like a train station there. I think their first spot was probably the best. Yeah. You can see how massive big it is. Could be anywhere. What's that there? Let's have a nosy. What have we got? Certainly High Mast lights. And it certainly fits the description. There's a lot of fence and wire around here. What is that though? No, what is that fencing used for? It's looks like a soccer field there. There you go. Lights for a stadium, but there's no one there. So how come we can only see one in the picture if that was the case? And there's another stadium there. Yep, we definitely would have to. There's those orange lights that we saw near the motorway. And there's a row of trees, so maybe it was that side of it looking this way. But I still think the cranes are still a better option. But anyway, unless we get more information, this is what it is. And I did do some analysis on that one. That one there. Yeah, you can see here, I couldn't do much better with it. Definitely something going up here. It certainly looks like something angled here, which is very much like those cranes. But anyway, I think I said that anyway. High Mast pole. Construction site crane. So yeah. Not a low-flying UFO. I think we would have millions of people with lots of things on the news by now. Cranes with LEDs, I think. Yeah, I better wrap up soon. Moving on, that stupid one. I think there was one more. It's this one here. Clearly a rocket launch of some kind, right? We've got the classic wide contrail that happens. Probably a SpaceX launch of some kind. We don't need to spend too much time on that. I'm not too sure what the location is. I think it was what they call it. I must have posted it first. What they say it was? Norfolk. Norfolk Airport? Question mark. That's what I heard in the video anyway. So I looked at rocket launches on the schedule, took a screen snapshot. There was one on the 11th and one on the 14th. So depending on when the video was taken, it's probably a SpaceX Starlink. Let's say Starlink. So yeah, Starlink. And they're setting up quite a few of these Starlink ones all the time. So nothing burger again. Classic okay, rocket launch, SpaceX Starlink rocket, which is a pretty basic one, isn't it? Only has one thing. You can see the little circle there. It's where the back end of the rocket is as it's going upwards. What were they saying on that video?
Some reflection on the windshield from the instruments inside the cockpit, but it was clear that morning. He says, enjoy. This is incredible that we're receiving information from pilots that witness UFO phenomenon. Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We did a little research, and again, I want to thank Steven Stackelhaus for sharing this. Apparently we're up at the exact same time when this was happening at the same time. We're in Hawaii, approximately 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the evening, while Florida, Cape Canaveral, was releasing SpaceX, a Starlink.
Ah, there you go.
And it was pretty much at the approximate time
I
when
didn't actually listen to
Starlink
it, see if they were
launched
correct.
and what Stephen experienced. And Stephen, we let him know that this is the possible Starlink, that what he witnessed that night.
Yeah,
and
why
he
don't
was
you just tell
very
them how to look up space launches, and then the pilot will know. Now, this is where you have to use the apps, right? I use this site here. I got lots of little things I use, you know. One of them is Space Launches, which is a website. And of course you can get them for your phone as well. They probably have an app. So the next one's going up in 4 days. Another Starlink one, right? So you can go launch schedule. And there you go. March the 21st, so expect to see another rocket launch on Third Phase of the Moon's channel. So yeah, if they tell people how to look it up, right? They've probably got an app for it as well by now. If not, there'll be something similar. Although you could just add the web link to your smartphone web addresses, couldn't you? And just look it up and say, oh yeah. But I think if you put Heaven Above app on your phone, hold up to the sky, I think it will have the space launches on that now, I think. Let's see. Heavens Above. Heavens Above. There's a few apps out there you can use on your phone, and it just overlays your camera with various maps and star maps, and it's really nice nowadays. You didn't have that back in the old days, but it makes it a lot easier. Starlink, does it have Starlink on there? 3D orbit, Heavens Above. Okay, so I might have it on the app now. There you go. There's a wee bit on there now. Let's start to see it line up what they call satellite trains. It's gradually building them all up. They're going to be everywhere. But we want to rocket launch times. I don't know if it's going to Starlink. You have to install it on your phone. I have to install it on mine and have a play. But I just normally use the Windows 10 stuff and look at after the event. Not much really happens in our skies for me to pull out the smartphone to aim it at. But we do have planes flying overhead, so I suppose I could try that. I did have a sighting back in 2016, which I used the app on a smartphone. I didn't have one at the time, I used my mother's. And I aimed at the sky, saw it was Venus. If you want to check out that episode. And I talk about it, how you can do it. Be #4, I suppose. Episode 4, I think it is. The search is pretty bad. I think you just search for pools, maybe. Sighting. It was a really strange night too. It was overcast. You couldn't see any stars. You couldn't see any moon, but there was this big bright light. And it was there for hours, and you'd expect the cloud cover to be covering it, but for that part of the region of the sky, it wasn't. So I thought, this is really strange. So yeah, I decided to get out the app and just aim at the sky, see what it said where Venus was. Where is it? Why is it not covered up? It's really old episodes. It has a really crappy thumbnail on it too, so it should stick out. That's just crazy why I can't see it. Google's definitely got worse at searching your own videos. I suppose my name's mentioned too much. Oh, here it is. Here is it. Oh no. I thought I found it then. Maybe try Venus. I only had a $1 microphone, $2 microphone on a cable as well back then. God, it won't come up. Sightened. Unbelievable. Sure, it was episode 4. Let's just try that. Episode 4. No, it's not typing. Google, you're useless. You really are. Done so much now, though. Can see other things I've done in the past that. Ridiculous. Probably maybe search it the old way then. Go videos. Oh, that doesn't work though. It's buggy. It doesn't list them all. You just keep on scrolling, but it doesn't work. Unless you log out, and then it works. I think it only goes a couple of years for me. See, look, it's going to lock up now. There you go, looking up. Let's see, Heavens Above maybe. You think one key would be in the description, but it is an old episode, so I didn't name it as good back then. No, still not coming up. New Zealand, maybe. Coral lights. Charlie Roo. No. That's crap. It used to come up. So I don't know what keywords I got in my episode, but obviously not those ones. Maybe I got it. Right on the home tab, actually. Home tab. Okay, let's have a look. It's got me interested now. Popular ones. Best playlists. So it should be under my own experiences. There it is. Find it. My UFO. Maybe I should have typed that in. So it's there. Took a long time to find that though. Paul's 2016 sighting. This shows how easy we are all fooled. And that's why you got to do your own debunking. Alright. So I'll let you watch that if you want to see what it's about. And I didn't know much back then in the editing side of things for videos to what I do now. I use the filters that comes with video editor, which is pretty sucky. And I didn't have Adobe After Effects. And yeah, I still don't because it's costly software. I'd rather use open source. Yes, so we finished up with third phase stuff again, and Starlink. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is a prank, but GUFON reckons he might be quitting his channel. And I've talked about this before. Whenever I have people that slander, attack me and all that, they normally have bad stuff happening to them. It's like the Egyptian curse. It will eventually get you, and it will keep coming back until you ask for forgiveness, which not many people do. I've seen it time and time again where I've had people visually attacking my personality and all that sort of stuff. They have like a dark energy fall down on him, and so he reckons he's lost the use of his right hand. I reckon either he's just sucking up for more click views, but to me, that's, if it's true, then it's just karma is a beach, so to speak, and it's a sign. But yeah, he's talking about here about his mum laughing and all that, so I don't know, he sort of sniggers. So was it like my Man in Black stunt, or is he just pulling a fast one here just to get people to feel sorry for him? I don't know.
Control feeling. I don't know how you guys deal with that shit every day, but you know what? Maybe it was supposed to happen to me so I can have a better understanding of what other people go through. But I don't know anybody who has panic attacks. So what good would that be? I don't make fun of people who have disabilities or health.
Well, that's not true, is it? I certainly have disabilities, but I'm not disabled. I got a left eye that's needs operating on soon. Which they said even if they operate it, it could go wrong, and I could lose my eyesight in my left eye completely. So there's a bit of a worry that that's coming up. But yeah, he did attack my co-host, right, and he was disabled. So he's a liar.
Health issues? That's awful. I wouldn't do that, so why do I need it?
You did, you're lying.
So
you got
that goes
karma,
back
mate.
to the thing that I've been saying for the last week. Things don't happen for a reason. They just happen. You may believe that. If that makes you feel better to believe that things happen for a reason, oh, geez, statistical. And my mother laughs. She laughs at me.
Everybody
I was
laughs
trying to eat a
at you.
hamburger, and
apart from these
you
stupid
I'm like
fans.
this, have one hand like this and one normal, and she goes, she starts laughing. I go, what is so funny about this to you? I don't get it. She goes, I feel bad, and she laughs. I'm like, whatever.
She probably was thinking the same as me in karma, mate. Payback.
Yeah, we all do it, right? So, 10 minutes goes by, and I'm like, oh, what the hell, man? This is weird. It's not coming back. I'm not getting my motion back in my hand. So, I have been in my hand now for 30 hours, and this is my hand.
So why does he laugh there? So it kind of makes it less serious.
I can do this, but I can't lift my wrist. I actually have a thing called dead arm.
Which, I did some research on that. Plex records it's if you're abusing drugs. This is very common. But I did actually look up something online. Which I said, I found this. This won't listen though. This being everybody out there. Ufology won't listen. Recent study we published in the journal Physiological Medicine and found that smoking highly potent marijuana, which he was doing, he was using that 95% stuff, may cause nerve fiber damage and disrupt the communication between the two hemispheres of the brain. So that says a lot about ufology, I think, especially in America where it's all legal now. So I'd be interested to see if they have more health issues like this come forward. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's a really nice site to read, but they have got a lot of stuff on there. Mental health. Who cares? It causes mental health. Yeah, that's exactly it, Many brush off the findings of studies such as these that identify marijuana or pot or weed or green stuff or whatever else you want to call it as a substance of abuse that can cause addiction, mental health problems, social and relationship issues. In some cases, 9% of users develop addiction to the drug, which they claim never does happen, but obviously 9% do. So more now it's legal, right? The more of this is going to be sort of go to the doctors, and more information is going to be available. That it doesn't always, it's not a safe drug for everybody. Physical illness, ingestion, chronic user, smokers may struggle with respiration problems, including chronic cough, which I've seen him cough quite a bit, asthma. These emergency courses. What's that one say? Freaking use. Develop. What's that one say? struggle with depression and insomnia, which is what he was saying. But he does drink a lot of those NOS drinks, high energy, and he's diabetic, so obviously that's going to cause nerve damage on top. So he's doing two things that are going to cause him problems. What do you think? I think he should give up his drugs, so he should give up those energy drinks. That's what I think. Anyway, I'll just wrap up on that. I call that weedfology. Like ufology, but weedfology. And UFO field's got a lot of these weed users in it. I'm drug free myself, and I never smoked and never want to. It's disgusting. So get off it, guys. It's not worth it. As you can see, more information is coming forward. That was 2019, by the way, that journal entry. So what have they got recently? I don't know, but they probably backed up the findings by now. So yeah, I'll leave it there for today. Obviously we still got lots more to do in the UFO topic. So say good night and take care on the roads, and hopefully the audio was all good. I haven't bothered checking it. I'll do that now. And it sounds alright to me. So have we finally solved it? We'll find out. Keep on doing more shows. And I will end it quick here, I think. So good night all. And those that bothered showing and following. Hopefully BitChute has its own live stream soon too, but even just uploading files, it's been a bit flaky. I think there's a lot of users going to it now. And of course that stretches the servers, causes more problems. Okay. Gotta end this.